Up. We know it's up, but let's not be down. You know what? I gotta move this. Y'all see all my business. Hi YouTube. Hi Facebook. This is Miss G. Uh, I, I I'm on 50 Shades of Glow. Tomorrow, as of tomorrow, I will be. Hey, Kaden, welcome. As of tomorrow, do me a favor, Kaden. Big favor. Just hit that share button. Just hit it like that. You don't got to do anything else. Just hit the share button because I want everybody to be a part of this. Just hit the share button. That's all I ask. Nothing else. Um, as of tomorrow, y'all, I'm excited. Wasn't excited this morning. I was all in my feelings, okay, until a couple hours ago. I have my wine glass. There's no wine in it. It's my I love this. It's seltzer water. I'm not advertising it, but the flavor seltzer waters. Oops, sorry. The flavor seltzer waters. I love it because I don't mind drinking water, but um I followed this doctor that said seltzer water, whatever's in it to do the fizz. Hey, Miss Q, I butt dialed you by mistake, but fill out all the profile, please. Um, the flavored seltzer water is 0 calories, zero anything, and you're drinking water. And the doctor that I follow, his name is Eric Berg. He's on YouTube. He says it really wakes up your system. So I like it. So welcome everyone. Thank y'all for coming on today. I know for most of us, it's been a very rough day. Very rough day. From when I left y'all last night, I didn't look at my phone until this morning about, well, I guess 6:30 when I jumped on the live. If anyone saw my live this morning, I heard it on the radio. And just to take a moment, maybe 2 or 3 minutes, because this is going to tie into basically what we're doing. So, um, both of y'all, Q, both of y'all, the 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 address was missing too. Both of y'all, babes. So anyway, this is going to tie in to our agenda. So when a door is closed, many windows are open. Um, the crazy thing is, and I don't know how y'all feel. Put a one in the chat if y'all felt the same way I did. When I heard about the loss. Now, up until that time, I didn't. I went straight to bed. Like I told you, I had a glass of wine, was going straight to bed because I wasn't stressing, looking over numbers. And, sometimes they go into days and that is so stressful. Um, so I just went straight to bed, right? But about 3 in the morning, and I talked to several people, and some people woke up like I did in the middle of the night, or people couldn't go to sleep. Like my daughter, she twisted and turned till about 5 o'clock in the morning until she went to bed. And but she was watching the polls. I didn't have the stomach for that. I went straight to bed, but then I woke up about 3 in the morning. I still refused to look at my phone, and I did not look at my phone until about 6:30 in the morning after I heard it on the radio. And when I heard it um, on the radio, I just bursted out in tears. But the crazy thing is, hey, Keem, welcome. But the crazy thing is, and y'all do me a favor, Miss Q and Mr. Akeem. All I'm asking, because I am trying to get this word out, because I'm having some good stuff coming. Okay, they're not gonna take me down. They're not gonna take us down. We going to the next level. So all I need y'all to do is just, you see where your share button is, just hit the share. You don't got to call anybody. Just hit the share button. That's it. Just hit your share button. That's it. Don't send it to anybody. Just hit your share button. And I appreciate y'all for that. So that's going to be the only requirement to come on the live. So anyway, so I cry. I like bursted out in tears. And me, you know, being the gangster I am, I cried for like 15 seconds. And I think that we are so used to disappointment as a people, with having high expectations of this America, that even though we were rolling, we were rocking, we felt so good. Was it a pipe dream down deep? Did we really think it was going to go down? Or were we just as delusional as the folks that went and voted for that nonsense? Were we just as delusional in this America, that people would have come to a place where Dr. Martin Luther King said that you will be judged based on your character, your education, and your character and your will? No, this is America. And no matter what, this is what I have realized since the news hit this morning. Definitely in my feelings, I told off about 2, 3 people today. Like, check them. Check them. Like, how dare you? Whatever. Because we don't need to be friends. So I don't care what I said. I said, like Nene Leak said, I said what I said, and you're tripping. So I had one person that responded to me and said, oh, well, gotta take care of it. Please, Black people, miss me with that. Don't bring God in this. Don't do that. Well, gotta handle it, and we just need to pray. Black people have been praying for decades, and we've still been getting jacked up. So Black people, please miss me with the, well, we just need to pray. That is, I think, an excuse when someone does not want to be accountable, or they don't want to deal with the situation. And if they bring God into it, they know that the other Black person respects God, so they're going to back off. Miss me with that. I'm so over that, because we're in real time, like real time. So miss me with the, well, we just need to pray. But anyway, so going back real quick so we can get started, because I have some good stuff. That, did I really think she was going to win? I thought that she was going to win as far as just the logistics. Like, that's a no-brainer. She's educated, she's smart, she's poised, she's well-spoken, she is a leader, she has a track record. So it was like a no-brainer to someone. She wasn't even running against someone that was on her level or even close to her level. She was running against someone that was the epitome of shame, was the epitome of subpar white boy entitlement, like subpar, mediocre, less than mediocre. And then that's just on like a roundabout. But on the other thing, like, The ethics. The ethics. If she dared to talk to people like he talked to people, she would have been stoned. And just like I heard someone say, and I had to repost it, while he's out here being lawless and getting, and it's okay, she's here being flawless and questioned. Come on. And it's not just by the white folk, it's by the black folk. The black folks was doing all of the, well, this is that. The white folks were smiling, saying, yeah, 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 yeah. And then went to the polls and did the same thing. Because if you look, I want everyone, if y'all haven't already, look at the exit polls. Look at the exit polls. It's the same as far as the black women came out. But that's how we are. Black women be having black women back. Black women be having black man back. Black women came out 91% to vote for her. Black men came out 78%. So even though they were lower, a man mentioned, I heard on the radio, that he felt that the media may have been gaslighting us to keep us division, saying that, yeah, the black, she's not getting support from the black man. But the black men came out 78% to vote for her. The high numbers was in white men. They were at like 47%. They came out, no, less than that. Was it 47%? 47%. No, it was less than that, because white women that voted for Trump was 52%. It was white women when he ran before that was 53%. The numbers are the same. So where are all of these? Where are all of these people that came on TV that they interviewed that said they were Republicans, but they were voting for Kamala? Where were those numbers? So that's why I thought it was going to be a landslide, because folks on the other side said that they were disgusting, and they were coming out in like droves. So where did these numbers come from yesterday? Amazing to me. So this taught me and showed me clearly. So God is amazing, because for us to be in this space, like I told y'all and got on live last year, really about a year and a half ago, and said, are y'all ready for 2024? Because it's going to be ugly. We're here at this time learning about the continent of Africa. And like I always say, you don't have to move to Africa. Africa is far, but especially like now, if y'all want to sit here like sitting ducks for the next 4 years, okay. That's all I got to say. Okay. Have a plan B, even if you go to Mexico, even if you go to Panama, even if you go to Dominican Republic, someplace 2 hours away, Belize, wherever. Have a plan B. Have a plan B. Because since this has happened, this is a boulder rock that just was pushed over the edge. If y'all think that the U.S. is going to improve moving forward, real delusional. It's not going to happen, ever, ever. So I just want to say that piece. So after I did my little cry, and when I had my comfort food and took my PTO day, like I did it all. I was like, that's whatever. I refocused like I usually do. I hit the ground, I bounced back up. I said, okay, so how am I going to readjust this? So what I did thought about some things. And since we're talking about travel and kind of touched on like how much it costs to live there, my lives will be about traveling there, but also living if it's an option to live there. So some of the countries that we covered, some were, you didn't want to live there at all, and some were, it's gorgeous. So we're going to finish the 54 months, the 54, not months, countries. Okay. Tonight is Malawi, and it's a very nice place. And I give it a, one second, I give it a African handbag to live there, an option to live there. So our lives now may go for like up to an hour because we're going to talk about the history of the place, to travel there, all that we were talking about before. And then I'm going to add the piece um, of also uh, having a choice to reside there. Okay. So, as most of y'all know, just a little bit of my story. Um, I traveled to Kenya several months, and hey, I'm on YouTube tomorrow. As of tomorrow, uh, the YouTube will be on. Hi, Miss Courtney, welcome. My YouTube channel. I made a whole new YouTube channel dedicated towards this. That's what I did today, and it's called um, Africa Awaits. So if y'all can subscribe to Africa Awaits, the premiere will be tomorrow, and I will be putting 50 Shades of Glow aside, and I will be doing the lives on Facebook and my new YouTube channel, Africa Awaits, and it will be on the continent of Africa, like what we're doing, travel and um, choices to move to the continent of Africa. So want to let y'all know that. So let me answer some questions. I see Kata has a question that says, I'll never understand why Paul White Trump supported the way they do, as though most of the programs benefit from aren't Democratic backed. Okay, I'm going to read this again. The programs aren't Democratic backed, and the poor white support. So to talk a little bit about that, and then we'll get on Malawi tonight. Um, Folks that are Trump supporters, because I had talked to a young lady, I'm going to keep her name because, yeah, I'm going to keep her name quiet. I was so shocked. And for whatever reason, I think that the PWT supporters, they know that they are not in the creme de la creme of white and like upper class, because just like with blacks, whatever, blacks, white, whatever, you got the bougie black, you got the ghetto, you got the black, all of that. The same ecosystem with the white people. There's some white people that is like, oh my God, right next, oh my God, they will say that. So it's a class thing. So I think that those sector of white folks feel that they're already here, so they know they're white, so they got to hold on to the whiteness. So even though they don't understand, they're usually not educated to be equipped, they still think they're white, so they still feel that even though they're white, they're still in at whatever level they can be in trailer homes, they still feel down deep that they're better than black folks. Um, so it's the Trump has given the white folks, especially the white man, the security of continuing to institute the institution of white entitlement in this US of A. If Kamala got in office, the floodgates would open. And they knew that. If a woman, they didn't let Hillary in. So it's not even personal to Kamala. In a way, yeah, but they did Hillary dirty. They did Hillary real dirty. And Hillary could run circles because not only that she was experienced, she was in the White House. So she knew what to do. Hey T, thank you for jumping on. Courtney and T, do me a favor and just, all I ask, this is my new rule, just hit the share button because I want everybody to get a piece of the good stuff now, okay? Just hit, you don't have to tell anybody, just hit your share button. I do appreciate ya. So I think that's what it is. No matter how low folks are, they still think they're above because they are. And it's like, that's just crazy. So if they had not just a woman as the highest in this United States, and then there's a black woman, and black women are already fierce, they would feel like they just extinct, like it's no coming back. So that's why they just had to. So that's a lot of times why they just hold on to Trump. So anywho, I'll see what the next question is. And the same with the white women who benefit from majority issues. Well, as my daughter Carrington told me, and I would hear from certain people that I listened to. Because I'm like, 52% with the reproductive rights and all of this and all. Why would white women, how rude he is, how disrespectful he is, all of his, felony counts, grabbing them why would white women vote for him? And a couple of people I heard say the same thing. And in this United States of America, if you are a white gay male, white gay males are white males before they white gay males. White women are white before they're white women. Kind of deep. They put their whiteness first and then everything else comes. Because they feel that's their, as you could say, a trump card. So before they stand up for their women's rights, they're gonna stand in line to be white. Bum, 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 bum. So, anywho, let me see the next question. Just shows that we as a people have to work twice as. Oh yeah, no, we got to work like 10 times as hard. Because, like I said, that while he was being lawless and no shame to the game, and nobody says anything, no one, like here's 34. If you go to any job and someone should pull corporations' coattail now, you go to any job, you go through the application process. They want to say, oh, we want to do a background check on you. Now people will say, I dare you do a background check on me. If you're going to let the president of the United States have 34 felony counts and not do anything, and you voted for him, more than likely you voted for him, how dare you request that I have a background check, or how dare you send me to jail over $1,000 of child support It's just mind blowing. But that's why we're here, because we have options. We have a plan B. We're going to make a plan B, not only in travel, but in places that we can live, we can grow, we can flourish, and we can be in spaces. What's that term, that we are appreciated and not tolerated? Okay, because in this United States of America, I don't care what anybody says. Oh, a lot of people are like, oh, well, we built this country. Yeah, we had to, and for free. The allegiance, we had to. But now we're in a place where we have options and we can do a plan B. And it doesn't have to be forever, because guess what? One privilege we do have. We are Americans and we got an American passport. That's why I'm like, everybody needs to get a passport. Put passport in the chat, y'all. Put passport in the chat. Y'all better get that passport. Y'all better get that passport. Because when this administration starts, you don't know what's going to happen. When he came in before, Obama had just lifted the sanction off from Cuba, because we weren't allowed to go to Cuba. He had lifted him and what's his name got together, and you were allowed to travel back and forth to Cuba. I bought my ticket. They had the tickets. I think my ticket was like 200 something, cheap. Went over. I had my ticket scheduled. I think I bought my ticket like November, December. What's his name came in office I was going for my birthday. By February, he wanted to put sanctions back up that you couldn't travel. I was like, if he mess up my trip, it's going to be a problem. But he shut that down. So you don't know what can happen. Yes, put passport in the chat, y'all. All y'all put passport in the chat. So anyway, so we're going to talk about Malawi today. And I am so excited because we could talk about the travel aspect, and we could talk about the living there aspect. And after I finish the series of Let's Talk About Africa, it has changed its name to Let's Travel and Move to Africa, whatever the country is, and then it says America with 3 Ks to Africa. So that's what I changed it to. That's what it's gonna be. But after we finish our this series, I am going to start back, and the countries that were livable. Um, yes, get them passports. You have to. Um, I'm going to start back over from A's, and I am going to pull all of the countries that were livable, and we're going to do a deep dive. We're going to go back over traveling and, kind of revisit, but we're going to do a deep dive in living there. So to find out how much it costs, what are when you go over there, the visa, how long you're able to go for a visa, if you can buy a property or not, um, uh, the processes with that. Land, well, I wouldn't suggest anybody buy land, because land is real tricky. And usually land is anyone, if you go to Africa and anyone tells you that they can sell you land, beware, because land is owned. If it's not owned by the family, it is owned. You have to be a resident, a natural, like here, if someone came here. So we have levels. Somebody may have a visitor's visa, then you get your green card, then you get your naturalization to be a US citizen. So in other countries, it's kind of the same level. So you may have, like in Kenya, it's called a KRA pin. So I thought it was just one document, but I was told that no, it's like three levels. So I didn't know that I had like the not the visitors, but it was the foreign KRA pin, and it'll probably be the same name, but it goes in levels. So I'm able to like open a bank account and stuff like that. But if I want to purchase a house and I didn't find that until later to go and get a mortgage for a house, I would have to be on like a level 3 pen. And that takes a lot of time. So we're going to just go through living there temporarily, how much the rents are, how much the houses cost, and any of the countries that you may want to. And I always suggest that you go and visit a country for a month minimum, up to like 3 months, and then visit it a couple times before you decide to stay. Or you can go, because usually visas are about 90 days. So even if you wanted to go and visit different countries for 90 days at a time, and get a rental, because usually long-term rentals are pretty cheap. And yeah, because when I was there, I rented a cottage and it was only 350 a month, and I had housekeeping, everything. So yeah, in a different country. So let's get to Maui because it is 9:30 already. I want to thank y'all again, and anyone that's on, please share so we can share this information with everyone. So Malawi is on the southeastern tip of the continent of Africa. Malawi is the um, means fire of the flames. So in the Malawi River at night, it has like a glistening from like the moon or whatsoever, where it looks like it's. You see how my shirt is? I'm wearing black because I'm in mourning. I'm I'm so petty. I'm so petty. I'm so petty. I went out today with all black on. Um, yeah, but um, yes, it sparkles. It's just sparkles, and the main attraction there is the Lake Malawi, and that's in an area called Salima, and that's about 2 hours away from the capital of Lilong. I was saying it before, Le, Lilongwe, and that's the capital. But the place to go to just chill is Salima, and that's where Lake uh, Malawi is, and the lake is so drop dead beautiful. And it also, not just the lake, it has like, it's mountainous, so you can look from a peak and see all of the beautiful mountains and the valleys, and then at the end, it's the lake that actually looks like an ocean. It's so beautiful, and it is a fresh water lake where you could swim. Everything is just clear, just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So it's a beautiful place to visit. And in vacation, they have some nice hotels. They're very nice hotel, actually. It's a hotel called, what's that hotel called? That hotel was called Sunbird Waterfront. They have a Sunbird Waterfront and then a Sunbird Livingstone. And the Sunbird waterfront, all of the rooms are facing the waterfront. Drop dead gorgeous. Everybody chill. Also with Malawi, that is a plus, that is just, it seems like it's just common. Uh, all the African countries want to claim they're the nicest people. So they are taking the torch that they are the nicest people, not just in Africa, but in the world. So you want to be around that vibe. And when I send you y'all information tonight, I just want y'all to see that everyone, it was so refreshing that one of my YouTubers that I follow and I love his content that I share with y'all, um, Wadi, Woody Mayo, yeah, Woody Mayo, everybody was coming up to him like they knew him, and it was just they would meet him from the first time, and they just had such like just a warm and everything, and that's where you want to how that's how you want to live and interact with people that laughing and just relaxed and not people that's angry or on edge and want to curse you out and you know and want to just have something to say because you one of the people I spoke to today that I had to check, okay, and I told them, yeah, I got to take a PTO day, and they said, oh well, gotta handle it, whatever, because I didn't even vote. Anybody from Petersburg here? No. Kaden is. Obviously, she don't mean it. She said it with her chest. Oh, well, gotta handle it because both of them are trash. So I didn't even vote. Girl, I told you I'm still in my feelings. Sorry about that. That's why I'm drinking the water, not another glass of wine. I'm still in my feelings a little bit, so I gotta apologize. You have two small little girls, and you and your husband did not think that that was a good idea to show your two little girls, take them to the voting booth and vote. And if this woman won, like, why is she trash? So you didn't think it was important to show your little girls that a lady can be anything? And she cursed me out. She said, "Ugh, you just sound insane." I said, oh, okay. All right. I just don't understand why you didn't vote. Like people were killed for you. She didn't address that. I said, people died, got eat up by dogs, got sprayed by hoses, got bludgeoned. So you could vote and you're gonna be and it was a black woman that looked like you and you what? But anyway, see, I'm getting on. Sorry. Sorry, I'm still in my feelings, y'all. So I apologize. I'm so in my feelings. I'm sorry. But anyway, so um it was just so refreshing. And y'all will see that. Nicest people. It's very safe to travel. Very, very safe to travel. Everyone's laid back. So I give this place between I really give it about a five handbags out of five. I give it a five. It's chill. It's not like a fancy, like touristy place, but I think it's beautiful to travel to. And also, it does have areas if you are like yesterday. Yesterday was extreme with the Madagascar. That was its whole eco. Madagascar was it was like that unique, one of a kind place that is made for just specific people to travel and enjoy. Malawi, is not as intense. So it has the lake. Um, they said it's 2 hours from the capital, but they said when you get there, it's worth it. It's totally worth it. Um, it also has the Lalongi. That's how you pronounce it. Lalongi Animal Sanctuary. Okay. And so if you are a bird watcher, still the tropical, the ecosystem, they have it protected. If you are a hiker, it is a great place to hike, and this is in Longi. And then they have another section called Blanton, and that's also a part is a residential area too. And what else to do? You're bird watching. And then if you're not in that outdoorsy thing, you can go shop. You could definitely go shop. They have a lot of artesian markets, and they even have this fashion designer. Uh, she's big time, and she has a place there. So pretty cool. And then they are known to be the second largest tea producer after Kenya. Um, so that's pretty cool also. They have about 19 million people in the country of Malawi. So, it's, it's pretty dense, but it's spread out. So, anyway, with that, and like I said, the lake to swim, the outdoor activities, you can hike, you can swim, um, and then, go to the animal sanctuary and check out the animals. As far as what I was talking about with the swim in the lake, beautiful, and they have over 1,000 species of fish. 1,000 species of fish in Lake Malawi. Their main fish, though, is chambo. It's a chambo fish that is their main fish. I've never heard of it before, but it's indigenous to the area. And you can eat the fish with they always have in the African countries, they always have like a starch, like fufu or ugali. This is ensima. That is their starch that they eat, stuff with. Right. Then let me talk about the low and high season. So the best time to go is between April and November. Okay. That's the dry season in, Lilongwe and Lalongi, rather. Lalongi and Salima. Um, but yeah, after that, it rains a lot. So if you do go, you could still go, but you have to go to like the very northern tip or the very southern tip. It's called Monkey Bay or the North Beaches. The North Beaches and lakes you could still go when it's rainy season in the central region. Um, what else? There's no yellow fever required. Anybody have any questions? I don't want to miss it. Okay. Yeah, there's no yellow fever required. So that's really, really good. And let me saw. Yeah, and a ticket round trip is, the average about 1,200 or so dollars there. Um, so the second part before we close it out, second part will be homes. So the Malawi is called the Malawa Kawacha or Kwacha. That is their currency, and their currency is less less than Kenya shillings. And I thought the Kenya shillings was low, but to every U.S. dollar, um, it is 0.00053. So if you went there as an American, you would be an automatic millionaire. Just based on like a $40,000 job, you would be a millionaire. Because let me get, oh, I don't have my, what's the name in there. But um, just as an example, I wanted to talk to y'all about, would anybody be interested? Let me see, are malaria pills right? Yeah, they always, and especially if you go into those like ecosystem where you're going to be hiking and stuff, you just take malaria pills. Um, but to live there, so how does everything sound so far as a place to go? So let's talk about um, living there, okay? Because we got the options now. It's about to get bowdy over here. So let's talk about options of place to live, okay? So um, with the currency rate as it is, uh, a three-bedroom house, no, a three-bedroom luxury apartment in one of the most exclusive areas. So the top areas are, okay, in La Lingue, yeah. The top areas are areas called Area 43, okay, Area 44, and Area 12. Area 43 and 44 is where the president lives, all, the high ranking official. That is the ritzy area. Okay. But even though it's ritzy, the houses, when I was doing my research, the guy said, but this was a couple of years back, he said that the houses were about 150 US, 150,000 US. But a lot of times the locals really don't know how much the houses cost, like, because they're functioning on local. That's just like me going into Buckhead and knowing how much a house is. I have no clue. Okay. But he said 150. But when I dug deep, you can get a 6-bedroom mansion, like literally, it's a mansion with um, with because all of those houses come with servants' quarters, like a 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom, and then you have a lot of times um, the guard tower or the guard like little box. All of that is included, pool, everything, and it is. I saw a house that was about. Yeah, I wrote that down here. 218,000 US. 218,000 US. Um, the lowest in those type of neighborhoods was about 148, and that was, I don't think that house had a pool though. Um, that house didn't have a pool, but it was like 148, and that was a 4-bedroom, brand new house. The other houses were also brand new, modern houses, never lived in. 218, and I think the most expensive that I saw was like 500,000, but that will be totally at the top, And then these houses also have most of the houses in Africa that you will see, you don't even see the houses if you're on the street, because you, they are like, they have big walls, like 12-foot walls. So very rare unless you're able to kind of like get a corner glimpse, but you never see how the house looks behind those walls. Never. The security is so steep. So, but for the apartment, this is going to blow your mind, y'all. So this is just to keep in mind. We're talking about Malawi as an option to live there. Okay. So a 3-bedroom in the area that I talked to you about with the, 100,000, $500,000 homes, 3-bedroom luxury apartment. And every apartment usually has a maid's quarters too, for your maid to live there or whatever. Um, is 700 of their money, and 700,000 of their money is only $403 of our money. So a 3-bedroom apartment with a maid's quarters, and you will more than likely have security on the outside. Because Africa is very serious about their security, especially in high end places. You have so much security. You have so much, like that is like a must. At my place where nobody even lives, my caretaker and my PA was like, "You have to get a massage. You have to get secure." I was just like, no one's in the house. They ain't bothered. No one's but that, like, security is serious, 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 serious. So, but 400, your rent will be $400 a month for a 3-bedroom apartment in the most exclusive neighborhood in Malawi, in the capital of Malawi. So, and so that is the deal on that. So when we go back through, I think we'll probably start like probably December 1, and we're going to go through each of the countries. So it won't be 54 because, a lot of the countries, they were not really livable. Um, we will deep dive into the visa process, how long, what can you do? So let me see, is it better to rent or own your home? So it's better to rent when you are starting out and you really don't know, to get a feel. And yeah, that's a must. Stay there for 3 months, 6 months to see if you like the place. Because when you buy stuff, you're locked in. You're locked in. So at least, like what I was saying before, you want to keep your options open so you can live in this country for 2 or 3 months, live in this country 2 or 3 months, and or a month or 2 months. It doesn't matter. I've met several expats that work remotely, and they will live in Kenya for like 2 months, then they'll go to Rwanda, then they'll go to Botswana, then they'll go somewhere else, and they're just all over the place. And they, get a place to rent for a couple of months. So with all of the properties, um, definitely rent. And then when you go to buy, it gets tricky because that's the trick bag that I'm in right now. Um, and I don't know if it's a Kenya thing. Um, they love to tell you yes. I don't know if because you're American and they just say, okay, yes, 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 yes. I don't know. I don't know what's behind it. But 4 banks told me that I can get a mortgage as a foreigner. And every time I started the process, they backed out. I just don't get it. So that's the trick bag. So, and every country's, yeah, every single country's um, uh, procedures different and laws are different. So, what we're going to do is probably, just look at it from a standpoint, unless you really want to. And still, even with that, I would not suggest people to just jump and buy something. I would assist y'all in, making the connection to visit there. Then, if you really like it, you want to go back, of course. And then, I make the connection to get you with a realtor, a legitimate realtor, because a lot of people will approach you and say that they are realtor brokers, and that is not legitimate brokers. They're not legitimate realtors. They make themselves sound like they're realtors, but they're not licensed realtors. So now that I'm going into the piece of, you know, people living in a place, um, if you wanted any of the services or the recommendations, the recommendations that I would give you or things that I put together for you, it will be licensed. Everybody's licensed. Everybody's licensed. And, if you want to get into, getting an attorney and all of that, that I do highly suggest if you want to, invest in something. So we talked about that. And we're going to get more into the the logistics of um, making your stay much longer, than just like a 2 or 3 week vacation in the continent. So, with that said, and oh, forgot, did anybody have any questions? I'm so sorry. And I was not that I'm glad that Nzinga's not here, but I promise she asked that if we can quickly recap if anybody had any questions about the topic the day before. So, does anybody have any questions about Madagascar? And let's say, how's owning investment properties over in Africa? Is it lucrative as the United States? And are the laws, sorry, YouTube, and are the laws over there more landlord or tenant friendly? That's a trick bag. That's a trick bag. And I'm going to tell you straight off from being, owning property. I know your dad owns property. You got to be like there. You cannot own property in a whole nother country and expect it to be lucrative, because the people that you put in charge, unless you have just been doing it for so long, and it's almost like a machine, like a corporate, like a machine. Not okay, you have a house or this or that. Like my house, I go to Airbnb it, and it's high season, and I may get a call. Like I got 2 calls. I got 2 booking requests, and they go through, and you got to get your pre-approval. So I got 2 booking requests this week, and through Airbnb. I've been on Airbnb since May. My first hit was last week. I was going through booking.com, but I don't think they're doing stuff anymore on booking.com with private homes. But they went through, contacted me. Hey, I want to rent your house for this date. Okay, I approved them. Don't hear from them. They flake. Person that's supposed to come, day comes, they flake. So, it's a hit or miss unless you are in an ultra busy area. And with that, it's probably very expensive. So, but you have to be near that property and, basically do a rinse and repeat. But it's not going to move. You're not going to be making a whole lot of money. You may think so, because I was like, oh, I get my house and I'm going to get someone in there to help, soften the blow of what I pay every month. I haven't had anybody in there yet, because they flake. People flake. So, I'm just like, and I don't want a pain in the neck in there. So, as long as I can maintain paying for it every month or whatever, and it's being maintained every day. Like the pool is there and everything is maintained. No one's using it. It's so crazy. But, I'm just blessed to have the opportunity, and hopefully y'all can too. So does anybody else have any questions? Any questions before we get off? Because it's 10 o'clock. It's 10 o'clock. All right, y'all. Well, I want to thank y'all again for coming on, and definitely expect the little follow-up homework, and I will see you tomorrow. Who are we doing tomorrow? It would Molly. Molly, we're going to visit tomorrow. Okay, Molly. So I want y'all to take care. Thank you so much, and I hope your day gets better. I hope I cracked y'all up so we can end this night. But we about to turn lemons into lemonade. Okay. All right. Y'all take care.